Class 4, Subject Science, Lesson 2, Water Cycle. Hi cuties, happy morning. I am glad to see you again. Now let us recall what we learnt in our last class. Water is the most precious resource on the earth. Which is our main resource of water? Yes, rain. What are the other sources of water? Where do we get water? We get water from rivers, lakes, ponds, well, etc. There are three states of water. What are the three states of water? Yes, good. They are liquid, solid, and gas. Give example of each. Yeah, good. Solid, ice, snow, liquid, water, gas, water vapor. Our today's topic is water cycle. In our nature, water keeps changing its state. Let us see how this happens. Yeah, children, due to the sun's heat, water in oceans and rivers change into water vapor and rises up. This happens in three states. Do you know? What are they? They are evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Now let us see the explanation. Evaporation. Water becoming water vapor on heating is called evaporation. Children, evaporation is the process of water turning into steam. What happens when you boil water? It turns from a liquid into a gas steam. When the sun heats up the earth, some of the water from the rivers evaporates and goes up. Condensation. The water vapor, when comes into contact with cool air, becomes water droplets. This is called condensation. Condensation is the process by which water vapor changes into water. Water condenses to form dew, fog, or clouds. Condensation takes place due to cooling of the air. Precipitation. The water droplets combine to form clouds. The water droplets continue to combine and they become big and heavy. These water droplets then fall down as rain. This is called precipitation. Precipitation occurs when there is so much water vapor in the air that it cannot be held by the clouds anymore and it falls to the ground in the form of rain, snow, hail, or sleet. In colder places, combined water droplets come down as snow, sleet, or hail. This continuous changes of water from one state to another in nature is called water cycle. Sleet means mixture of rain and snow. Hail means alangati malai. Eventually, all fresh water gets back to the ocean where the cycle of evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff can go on and on to supply fresh water to our planet. Children, let us recall in short. Precipitation, any form of water that falls from clouds and reaches Earth's surface. Evaporation, water molecules in liquid state escapes into the air as water vapor. Condensation, molecules of water vapor in the air become liquid water. Transpiration, water released into the atmosphere directly from the leaves of trees and plants. The above process explains what is water cycle. Water cycle. The continuous cycle which water take different processes like evaporation, condensation and precipitation is called water cycle. Now let us see the importance of water cycle. To improve the availability of groundwater, to control the earth's temperature, to provide water to plants and animals, especially humans. Without water, we can't survive in the earth. To recycle the earth's supply of water constantly. Children, do you know 73% of our brain mass consists of water. The Antarctic region has about 70% of the world's fresh water. Kutis, few questions about this topic. How many stages in water cycle? Yeah, 3. What are the 3 important processes take place in water cycle? Yes, good. Evaporation, condensation and precipitation. How much of water our brain contains? Yes, 73%. Water becoming water vapor on dash is called evaporation. Yeah, good. Heating. Let us learn about rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is the process of collecting and storing rainwater for future use. Rainwater can be collected in natural reservoirs or artificial tanks. Rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting in India is mostly done in places with scanty rainfall or erratic rainfall patterns. The government of Tamil Nadu has taken special initiatives due to the presence of lateric and red soil in most parts of the state. The groundwater depletion in Tamil Nadu is also massively affecting the agriculture there. In Karnataka, rainwater harvesting has been made compulsory. Rainwater can be harvested in a variety of ways. Directly from rooftops and stored in tanks. Monsoon runoff and water in swollen streams during the monsoon and storing it in underground tanks. Water from flooded rivers can be stored in the small ponds. Collection and transfer of rainwater into a pre-collection tanks so as to facilitate discharge into ground. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. Rooftop harvesting is also type of a rainwater harvesting. The rainwater on the top of the building is collected and passed into the ground through pipes. Water passing through the pipes enters the pit which through the pipes enters the pit which consists of gravels and coarse sand. As it passes, impurities are filtered and stored as groundwater. Did you know H2O is the chemical formula of water? 1 inch rainfall on a 2000 square feet roof is equal to 4800 liters of water. Rainwater harvesting is the only way to conserve rainwater. Benefits of rainwater harvesting. It increases the groundwater level. It can be used for agriculture. It increases the availability of water for living things. By capturing water directly, we can significantly reduce our reliance on water storage dams. This places less stress on these water storages and can potentially reduce the need to expand these dams or build new ones. Collecting and using your own water can also significantly reduce your water bills. By capturing water, The flow of storm water is also reduced, and this minimizes the likelihood of overloading the storm water systems in our neighborhoods. Potable quality of water is drinking, cooking, bathing, swimming pool replenishment, toilet flushing, laundry, reduces detergent and bleach, landscape irrigation, livestock and animals. Cuties, let us see uses of the water harvesting. Wastewater recycling helps you get the most from limited water supplies. It is a low cost, environmentally friendly way to create fresh water for industry and agriculture. Wastewater and process technologies is on the forefront with a wide range of recycling solutions. This also offers a wide range of treatment technologies for reclaiming industrial wastewater. Reduced stress on drinking water supplies, flexibility to suit specific applications, affordable cost, low environmental impact. Cuties, now we learn advantages of rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting prevents water wastage by arresting runoff as well as prevents soil erosion and migrates flood. Sustains and safeguards existing water table through recharge. Arrests seawater intrusion and prevents salinization of groundwater. Rainwater harvesting can reduce salt accumulation in the soil, which can be harmful to root growth. When rainwater percolates into the soil, it forces the salts down and away from the root zone area. This allows for greater root growth and water uptake, which increases the drought tolerance of plants. Rainwater is a clean and pure source of drinking water which requires minimal chemical treatment as the amount of pollutants are not much. To know more, the rainwater harvesting was launched in the year 2001 by the Tamil Nadu government. Tamil Nadu is the first Indian state which made rainwater harvesting as mandatory. In this lesson, we learned about water and its values. Homework: draw rainwater harvesting.